So, hey guys, today I was thinking about how Therion, there's no real usage for these cards. Like, when was the last time you saw a Therion card? Probably some random rogue deck randomly playing it, and maybe making Ancient Fairy Dragon to search it. So, yeah, that doesn't feel great to me. So, instead, we'll be doing it in a way that's at least a little more consistent, but not related with Funk. So, I had a small idea. So, the idea is basically we're going to use Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, to make a rank 4. And I think that's like fairly doable. We'll try this first. And then if we have Lacrima, the Crimson Tears, well, two of them, this would technically be a rank 4. I guess it's just about checking if FiendSmith has some sort of sequence we can use to actually put 2 Lacrima on the field or not. But assuming there is a way, then we could do Lacrima and Lacrima for Spriggan Merrymaker. And then if we're able to make... Oh, is there an N here? Spriggan Merrymaker. And then Merrymaker can be XYZ... Well, you can use it to XYZ summon a gigantic champion Sargus, which is a machine. And the Merrymaker is, of course, also a machine, which gives you something to put in the graveyard to technically special summon, I guess. Right now I'm thinking, I guess it would be our Therion King Regulus. So we'll put at least this in the deck for the time being to start. So let's go through FiendSmith combo and see if we have a way to do this. Link, summon Moon. Link off for Requiem. Requiem effect. Special summons Lacrima, the Crimson Tears. Okay, so far so good. And then, what's this effect exactly? Discard his Fusion Zone, you can discard 1 card, send 1 Light Fiend monster from your deck or extra deck to the graveyard. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 other FiendSmith card in your graveyard. Banishment, add it to your hand. This effect is to special summon a Light Fiend monster that's banished or in your graveyard. And then, gotta check these effects as well. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard fusion using monsters you control and or monsters in your spell and trap zone that are equipped to a FiendSmith monster as an equipped spell as material. Can we send Kyrie from hand? So let's think. Special summon Lacrima. Lacrima. How do we get the second Lacrima just anywhere in general? Even if we're able to keep 1 Lacrima on the field, like, what now? Lacrima sends... I guess it pretty much always has to be Engraver, right? And then if we summon back Engraver, we would have to link off Lacrima, the Crimson Tear here. For a body. Well... we make Rex Tremende though. This can technically send Lacrima the Crimson Tears. What does this require though? It requires a FiendSmith fusion monster, +1 fusion or link monster. Any fusion or link monster. So we actually do have to probably make Lacrima first. So we can then go, I guess, Lacrima. Add back Engraver. Engraver adds Tract. Lurie, I guess. And then what do we need here? A fusion or link monster. It doesn't really matter which one, but it does require FiendSmith fusion. So I guess we can Tract using away the Lacrima, I guess, plus the sequence. Then well, we didn't actually special summon with Lacrima, now that I think about it. So we can just special summon back Lacrima, and that's fine. Actually, we can use Engraver's material alongside the Requiem. Special summon back Lacrima, and then we can use Sequence. Well, actually, wait. We needed to add back Engraver's hand to get track so we could fusion summon one additional time. Okay, never mind. So we have to get one additional body plus Requiem essentially to make Sequence with. Then we can go special no, add back Engraver. Then React effect to add presumably Lurie. Then we can use track graveyard effect to use Lacrima on field plus I guess it would be Sequence to make Rextra Mende. And then this can send from deck or extra deck to the graveyard our second Lacrima. And then we can go add the second Lacrima by linking off Rextra Mende alongside Lurie to trigger the other effect to add a FiendSmith card. In this case, this is always treated as a FiendSmith card. I thought it wasn't a FiendSmith card for a second. Lacrima the Crimson Tears, of course. Okay, so then we can normal summon Lacrima, I guess. And then we can make Spriggan's Merrymaker and then Gigantic Champion Sargus, adding Therion King Regulus. We're not going to bother talking about like how many extra kind of unnecessary steps we need here, but yeah, that'll work, I guess. And then we have FiendSmith, or not FiendSmith, but wrong archetype. Then if we want to keep the Goblin, or not Goblin, I mean my brain's like fried right now. Gigantic Champion Sargus. We want to keep this on the field. I'm thinking maybe we can just detach the Merrymaker off of the Sargus, and then we can use this for an additional like interaction. We go into like Goblin stuff. Question mark? Like, yeah, I guess. Does the Goblin stuff require your normal summon? I mean, no, right? Because we can detach off of the Sargus. We're not going to talk about like how unviable and how like garbage this combo is. Just, you know, if it works, right? One of these detaches off of your own monsters, right? Detach one, special summon this card, but banish it when it leaves the field. Nope. Is it a spell? I genuinely don't care what it is at this point. Boom Mock. Detach one, special summon this card. Doesn't seem quite right here. Butter Splotter. Oh. Isn't one of these like a one card starter or something if we detach? Let's narrow down the cards a bit. Goblin Biker. Mean Merciless. Special summon from your hand, a guy. If on summon. If this card is no more special summoned, Monster Reborn. Effect. No. Does genuinely nothing. Okay. Goblin Biker Grand Entrance. Oh wait, Doug Charger. Aha! It's Doug Charger. How do we get Doug Charger in hand? I guess you could Rota it, you could hard open it. I genuinely don't care anymore. And if this is normal or special summoned, we can add a Goblin Biker spell trap from our deck to the hand, which will be Grand Entrance, I think. And then we can detach an XYZ material, special summon a Goblin monster, and then that makes Big Kabonga, and then that's just hopefully combo at this point. And this will just not require the normal summon, I guess. Can we put a level 4 on the field some other way? After we have just like Lacrima on the field, maybe, but yeah, just haven't found a good way to honestly just make Spriggan's Merrymaker. So yeah, that's the big problem. And then the other small issue with like all the lines I've taken a look at, like Sargus was kind of just sitting on the field and kind of like just dead. So progress, I guess. That's all I got for you guys today, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.